Octopus PMI has enabled us to keep a close track of costs in terms of costs incurred and estimated future costs, because the system enables us to estimate cost to complete so that we can see where we are in respect to the final budget at the end of the production.
Octopus PMI, being a Windows-based system, is familiar to most people, therefore it doesn't take too long to pick it up.
Most of our production managers have been extremely reluctant to do anything other than what they're used to doing, and it's been hard to persuade them to use the system. But once they've been using the system, they've enjoyed using it. I think it's strange. It's a bit like playing computer games. You enjoy using it.
It's also an efficient system in that there's no duplication. The PMI system is fully integrated with our books of account, so there's no need for reconciliations or differences between the two. The two are exactly the same.
It's surprising how fast you can get the system up and running. You just need an ADSL connection, you link into a server. We have people using the system from abroad, outside the M25, and obviously in the main office in London.
What we like about it is that it is a live system, and I do most of my work from home, and if I need to update any reports at the weekend, I know that the information I'm looking at is current, it's live. I'm not phoning around saying who has got the latest backup of the data.
It gives everybody from senior management down to accounts people and production managers an overview of the cost situation regarding any project that's current, or indeed projects that were made in the past.
It's really important when you have a big project like Primeval in its third series now, that you have an account system that is helping you keep track day by day, live, controlling costs, and Octopus PMI can do that.
A specific cost advantage has been that we don't need production accountants as such. We have an accounts department and the production managers, and between the two you don't need a sort of a separate function to have to produce reports. The reports are already there in the system.
Octopus PMI has helped our company. Right now, we wouldn't be without it.
Octopus PMI has brought the business a lot of benefits. We have more control, we have more of an idea of what the group companies are doing, and it also ties very nicely into that central management structure.
We started using the PMI system in about '99. We were looking for something that would give us more control over our cost management.
One of the great things about the system is the ease and the speed which you can get the system up and running from scratch. Data migration is not a problem. We've migrated from various systems, and we've always been pleased with the results.
We wanted something that eradicated the double checking, accounts having to enter everything, and then production managers having to enter everything into an Excel spreadsheet, and the errors that you get and the double cross-ticking of everything in that process.
Another great feature is the budget planner. So even before you go into pitch, you've got a fairly good idea of what your costs are going to be. And from the pitch, you can then put those costs into a real budget and take snapshots at any time to see how you're doing.
By having better controls, it makes us as a company look far more professional, and that we're not sending out cost reports and saying, oops, that was wrong, do we live with it, how do we, where do we lose, the few £100 difference and things like that. We know something is correct, and we feel confident about what we're doing.
We know that when we're running Octopus PMI on a production, we know that production is going to be run effectively, it's going to be managed well, and it's going to be controlled, and that means a lot to us.
We have a lot of freelance people coming in and out of the company, and it's pretty intuitive and quite easy for them to use.
One of the great things about the system is how the guys on the production can access it from anywhere. They can be on the road, they can be on site, they can be on location, or they can be in the office. And the way it's architected, it makes it very easy for those guys to get that information and get it quickly.
Because all the budgets are professionally produced, it looks good to broadcasters. We're able to send out consistent budgets. They're beginning to get used to the format, the other day one of our managing directors was actually saying that this is PMI state of the art.
We found quite a few production managers see the system as a breath of fresh air. It's not a bunch of spreadsheets, it's not a bunch of Word documents. They're spending more and more time on working on production and less time on paperwork, and that's just the benefit for everybody.
I enjoy using it, and our production accountant, our in-house production accountant, also says the same thing. It's one of those things you actually enjoy creating things on, enjoy doing your work, checking. And once you know the system, you know how to find the information. And so it doesn't actually feel like work when you're using it.
If you want control over your production, and you want to keep a tight rein on the budgets, and you want a system that's easy to use, then this is a system for you. It really is a no-brainer.